my YouTube channel, Rise Above, where we are having a super duper fantabulous time. So team, today I want to talk about something that I was thrown into, and maybe you have been thrown into it as well, and that is working remotely. So I had the opportunity to work at home, and I wanted to share with you all some of the things that I did so that I would not be as distracted with working in my most comfortable environment. And so let's dig in, let's see what these things are, and maybe they can help you as they help me learn how to work in my lovely environment, which is my home. Come on, let's dig in. So, working remotely, first thing first. And the first thing is to identify a place in your home where you would have the least distractions. So I had to identify a place where I would be less distracted by my family members, with TV, the phone ringing. And so when I identified that place, I went in and I set up all my tools that I needed so that I would be able to perform all of my work duties in my lovely home environment. Then another thing that you can do is, because we're home with our family members, the kids are home from school because they're working remotely as well, make little signs to let them know when you're on a Zoom call, or you're doing a conference call, or when you're on an important phone call. Because sometimes, you know, depending on the ages of your children, they may want to come in and barge in and forget that you're working from home. That's not on their mind. All they know is that they're trying to get an answer to whatever their question is. So if you had a nice little note posted on the door to inform them and to let them know that you're on a Zoom call or a conference call or an important phone call, that would kind of give them an idea of not barging in, or how they should approach you at the time of them wanting to consult with you about something as you're working remotely in your lovely home. Another thing that helped me was taking a lunch break. I had to remember that even though I was working from the comfort of my home, I still needed to step back and take a lunch break so that I wouldn't become overwhelmed with the workload, even working from home. And your workday is still the same when you're working at home. So you should take a lunch break, step back, take a breather, eat something, relax a little bit, and then step back into your work processes. Another thing that I thought about when I was working at home was my background noises. I have so often called and there were individuals working from home, and you can hear the TV in the background, you can hear the kids playing in the background, you can hear folks talking in the background. That's not a professional environment. And even though you're working from the comfort of your home, you still need to carry out a professional environment. For that reason, we need to make sure, and you need to make sure, that your background noises, or that you're not in an environment or a part of the house where the background noises could affect your phone calls or your conference calls or your Zoom calls. So I didn't want to keep you long, but because I was thrown into working remotely, and it was a great opportunity, but I really do like working with people and having that one-on-one, or having that interaction with customers, the constituents that come in and out of the office. That does me well. So whether you are one of those type of people that work in the office, or you're working at home with your family, I hope that I have given you some tips that can help you when you're working from the comfort of your home, so that you won't be so comfortable to forget that you're still in a professional environment when you're working remotely. To do a piggyback on what we talked about, We want to make sure that we identify a space in the comfort of our home. We want to make sure that we have a sign posted so that our family members or anyone that's in the home can know when we're on important calls or a conference Zoom. We want to make sure that we're mindful of our background noises so that when we're talking to someone, we want to make sure that they're not distracted by what's going on in the background. We want to make sure that we have a lunch break. Even though we're working from the comfort of our home, we still need to take care of self so that we won't become overwhelmed with our remote working. All right, I hope that I have helped you just in case you're thrown into working remotely, or you're working remotely or thinking about working remotely, with some of the tips that I did when I had to work remotely. Thanks for watching. Let's rise above. Well, we are having a super duper fantabulous time, team. Go out there, be the change agents that I know you are, and make a difference in the environment that you're serving in. Bye-bye.